If you're listening to this, you obviously like podcasts, and you probably like music too. Long walks on the beach, romantic dancing under the stars, and oh wait, we're not doing that right now. On Spotify, you can listen to all of that in one place for free, and you don't even need a premium account, which is cool. Free is always good. Spotify has a huge catalog of podcasts on every topic, including the one you're listening to right now. On Spotify, you can follow your favorite podcasts so you never miss an episode. Download episodes to listen to offline wherever you are, including your long romantic walks on the beach. Also, one thing I love about Spotify is that you can easily share what you're listening to with your friends via Spotify's integrations with the social platforms like Instagram. So that makes it really, really versatile. Just search for Metaphysical Soul Speak on the Spotify app or browse podcasts in the Your Library tab. And follow me, of course, don't forget, so that you'll never again miss an episode of Metaphysical Soul Speak. Spotify is the world's leading music streaming service, and now it can be your go-to for podcasts too. Thank you guys so much for supporting Metaphysical Soul Speak on Spotify. Welcome to Metaphysical Soul Speak. I'm your host, Elena Fox Starks. Hey guys, I hope that whenever and wherever you are when you're listening to this recording, that you are patient with life's delays. There are a lot of delays in life and more delays. So many more delays during Mercury retrograde. So we are absolutely getting through it with patience. When someone doesn't meet our needs or expectations right away, we should be cautious about words that we use because they're having delays too. And it's all going to be okay if we just take a deep breath, count to 10 if you have to, and realize that everyone else is also going through ascension and they're also doing their best. And they're probably having the same kind of issues and pressures that the rest of us are, or maybe different ones, but they still feel under the gun the way that we do in a lot of circumstances. And I'm grateful that in the past few days, I have exercised a lot of patience because the lady that couldn't release the Bitcoin yesterday and was having problems with the bank, it was another issue. It was another machine issue, internet issue, whatever. And first thing in the morning, I wake up to my phone ringing, not ringing, but, my notifications bell. Okay, it's a crow. I got a phone call from the crow. And I looked at my phone and she said, "Hey, just let me know when you need more coin. I'll be here." And I went to my account and bada boom, bada bing, she had released it. Everything was cool. And it was awesome. It was awesome. It was a good transaction. And even though it took a long time. I mean, it's supposed to take under 90 minutes, and usually for her, it takes her 7 or 8 minutes, and it was just like all these delays. And then there was this little dance of, I think I can trust you, but I don't really know, and can I really trust you? And oh my God, what happened? And it was so stressful. But I met my goal, and I was getting ready. I put it into my account, and I'm getting ready to do my first trade. I was so excited. I'm like, let's go, baby. My agent contacted me within 5 minutes of her. He's just got like this sixth sense. It's like he can smell money. I'm so happy about that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. He's so in tune. He's a Virgo too. I'm like, yeah, baby. That's cool. Actually, I just remembered he has my friend's birthday, so no wonder we get along. And we were just getting ready to do it, and I officially made him my agent on the website. Everything's going good, and then we got slapped with another delay. Just another delay. So we both realized it was a delay, so we just spent a couple hours just talking, chit-chatting. He called me, and we had a conversation, and we just talked about life stuff, and it was nice. I feel like I'm becoming friends with this person. It's really interesting. The places that life leads you. I mean, from a woman who had a fake website, and then she had me fooled for a minute. And this guy saved me from going down that path, losing money like for nothing. And I mean, maybe she was okay, but I know the website she was promoting just was not. So it's crazy. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen or where this road is going to lead, but as soon as I know, I'm going to let you guys know in case you want to get into Bitcoin investing, as long as you promise not to do this, anything, wrong or illegal, or try to hide your money from the government, because they're going to find out either way. So I mean, it's never a good idea to hide anything like that. Just pay your taxes, man. So, anyway, so it's like I was so happy, and then, another delay. Mercury retrograde. Patience is a virtue. That's what they say. But, I don't know. We only have a few more days of this. Only just a few more days. It ends August 2nd. Today's the 29th of July. So, yeah, tomorrow's the 30th, and then the 31st, and the 1st, and the 2nd. So, 3-4 days? That's okay, right? 3-4 days. And then we have that shadow period. If you're really, really affected by Mercury retrograde, you're going to have to wait 7 more days before starting anything, before officially starting a relationship or a job, or, I mean, you can start now, you could go slow, but, 7 days, on the 9th of August, things may reverse. I mean, if you're anything like me, things always reverse when Mercury goes direct. Every time, every stinking time, every really awesome, kick-ass, great job I got during Mercury retrograde always ended, oh, well, she took maternity leave, but she changed her mind, she's coming back. Or, just whatever. She got out of the hospital early, we're so happy, now you gotta leave, we decided to promote from in-house, so your job's taken already. There's been so many, every year. It was 8 or 9 years. My friends just, you know what? You need to take Mercury retrograde just to relax and take time off, and then go to work afterwards. And I started taking her advice, and it actually, every job I got after that was good. There's always delays. There's reversals. When Mercury reverses, everything reverses. It's weird. So I don't know. Part of me feels like maybe I shouldn't start my trade until after August 2nd at this point. We're having these delays, and then there's a couple extra delays, and it's and the delay today was they're looking at the market, and they're like, it's just kind of dead in the water right now, and if we start, there's a possibility of losing money, and we got to wait until the market starts moving again. And it has been. It's like, it's weird because when I first bought this, my Bitcoin was like 9,400. Then yesterday went up to 95, and we're all like, yes. And then went back down $100. I'm like, oh man. And it was expected by the end of July to go over 10,000 again, which means I would have made money. Well, I still will because I have it, but I don't know. This investing thing, you have to really have an iron stomach for it and be very patient. And with everything else in life too, we have to have a lot of patience. We're going through this ascension together and as a collective whole, and it's not going as fast as we wanted it to. But imagine all the changes you've been through in the past 2 years. What if that happened in like, say, a week? All of those ascension symptoms, we would all feel like we're dying. It might just kill us. All the symptoms together at once. Can you imagine? I think back on all the stuff we've been through already. We're still going through it. So let's see. I want to ask my higher guidance something for a minute. Are we over 80? Are we over 81? Okay. So all the people that have decided on a soul level, and even before they got here to ascend, we're at 81% of the people have either awoken fully or have been awake for a little bit or have begun to be awake. So we have 81%. And in order to do the full shift, it was going to be 65% is what we need. I don't know there's another delay. I don't know what's going on there, but we have 81%, you know? Okay, actually my higher guidance says there's actually not any delays in that. We actually will now not go through 3 days of darkness, right? Yeah, okay. He's saying it was going to be too harsh on a lot of people and is bringing fear, which would make you slide back, not really to the third dimension, but just towards the beginning. And no one really wants that. And because we're all consciously aware, enough of us are consciously aware, we're going to go without the 3 days of darkness now. That's good, right? I mean, you know, okay. He's saying there's not going to be really a shifting of the scenes. What else? You're just going to be able to jump forward, move forward without further delays and without what? I'm sorry, what was that? Without anything that would be scary or heavy for you. He realizes that might have been a really awful thing to go through, and there are people working all around you now. Oh, is that what we're seeing? Because I keep thinking it's fairies. Okay, so basically there are people that are kind of working behind the scenes to fix things and change things in our world, and that's all the things we see flying around in our room. It's not always fairies. Oh, okay, he's saying, but sometimes it is fairies. You just have to be aware of that. Is that what some of the dark things I'm seeing? Is that the people moving, like shadows of them? Yeah, okay, so the dark, remember I said I saw dark fairies in my room. That's what it was. It's just the dark, like the shadows of people moving things. They're moving bits and pieces of time and space. It's kind of what I'm getting. So things are being physically restructured all around us. And it would freak us out if we saw people doing that or beings doing that. So there's still a veil that, so we're being kind of guarded and shielded. And yet, because our third eyes are opening, we're actually able to see these things moving around. I just, right when I started recording this right now, I saw a couple white things go by, but, oh, okay, and God's saying, yeah, no, those are fairies. Hi, fairy folk. I love you guys. So, oh, okay, God is saying that we should expect things to be lighter and brighter in the world in general, with our lives, and in between our relationships, interfamily and interpersonal relationships, including romance. Everything's going to be lighter and brighter, more fun and happier. than maybe it has been. So it's good news. Good news. Good news indeed. Anything else? He says, no, not for now. Just continue your show. All right, cool. Thank you. All right. So, where were we? Oh, yeah. My heart guidance did tell me that the Ascension Symptoms Scale today is 97. We went up. Did we go up? No, we went down from yesterday, right? Where were we yesterday? Yeah, we were at 98 yesterday. We went down by 1. That's okay. That's okay. It's better, right? I mean, it's nice to get a break to go, my mind was a lot more clear today. And a few days ago, it was like, it was just, yeah. Like on the 96th day, my mind was good, but then right before that, it was like we had a couple days of 99. It was like so crazy. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is something I wanted to say. To continue a couple of the stories from last night, the Gilroy Garlic Festival shooter was shot and killed by police practically right away, not before he was able to hit 15 people with bullets, and out of that, 3 people died, including a little boy who was 6 years old. So, I don't know, prayers going out to those families. There was an accomplice who got away. They're trying to find the guy. They're trying to figure out who the shooter was still. His name has not been released. I don't know if they know it yet or not. They probably do. But, I don't know who'd take their driver's license to shooting, but who the hell knows if his ID was on him or not. Yeah, it's crazy. And in Europe, at least 20 people now have died due to the extreme heat. So this name of this article for Business Insider says at least 20 people have died from Europe's extreme heat. The Arctic caught fire. This is what climate change looks like. So basically, Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands are really experiencing it. In June, it was France, Spain, and Germany. They had record-breaking hot days. 13 people died across Europe there. In Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands, 10 people died. I don't know. The Arctic apparently was engulfed in flames. I didn't realize it was the whole of Arctic. Almost like 109 degrees in Paris, which I mentioned, but trying to think if there's anything else here. Yeah, Greenland, Russia, Greenland, and the Arctic basically is burning so much and so wildly out of control that they've now been able to see this from space. In the United States, the average number of heat waves in 50 major cities has tripled in the last 60 years or so. In France, the number of heat waves in the country has doubled in the past 34 years and will probably double again by 2050, according to France's National Weather Agency. Monthly heat records all over the globe occur 5 times as often now as they would if the climate had been stable, according to Stefan Ramstorff of the Potsdam Institute for Climate Impact Research. So yeah, this is not just, a tropical heat wave. Hey, it's kind of warm. Let's wear bikinis and play, beach balls. This is actually deadly extreme. Very, very bad. So last month was the hottest June ever recorded in the history of the Earth. Temperatures were 20 degrees above average. And it looks like July is on track to be the hottest month ever recorded, period. So, I don't know. This is also, last year was the hottest year on record for the world's oceans. And this year looks like it might heat up even more, right? And the Greenland ice sheet is losing ice 6 times faster than it did in the 80s. And in Antarctica, ice melt has increased 6-fold as well. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer, right? I can't even read any more of this. This is just, the wildfires themselves are caused from the heat change, and then the wildfires themselves cause it to be hotter. So we're kind of basically like in hell right now. All right, we're going to go to disclosure.it and see what the Schumann Resonance is doing today before we get to A Course in Miracles Lesson 51, which is a review, by the way. And that's another thing we're supposed to be doing during Mercury retrograde. So it's just so perfect. The timing of this is so perfect. The last few days of Mercury retrograde, and we're going to be doing a review for A Course in Miracles. So it's not bad. Okay. So today is the 29th of July. For some reason they're talking about August, so I don't know. This is... Yeah, okay, it went back to normal in Italy anyway. Normal meaning abnormal. They write, in the evening report only one report today, it seems we have returned to the more regular models in view of an August that many say could be resounding. Today, the activity started at 8 a.m. UTC and reached a significant first peak at 43 Hertz at 9 UTC. This was followed by the strongest peak of the day at 48 Hertz at 10:20 a.m. UTC time, and a last movement at 12 p.m. UTC at 33 Hertz was the closing one. So basically 33, 43, and the top today in Italy was 48. Not bad at all. I'm waiting for the heart-mouth one to queue up. So yeah, Mercury retrograde, to get back to that for a moment while I'm waiting for this to load. Mercury retrograde is a time to review things. It's a time to go back over some things that maybe you had learned but you forgot, or things you had glossed over. Like say you're reading a book and you for school, say you're in university and you're kind of skimmed a chapter and you realize, oh man, the test is coming up. Maybe I need to go back and reread that chapter. Well, life is like that during Mercury retrograde. So things that you had, projects that you had started before and then forgot about, it's a time to go back, review what you were going to do, what you were thinking, and start thinking about those things again. So reviewing is pretty much the key. All right, we're back on this website, but again, it's screwing up. I'm gonna have to pause this for a second. All right, so at midnight, it was the Schumann resonance Hertz frequency was 154, and it went to 155. And then at 3 o'clock, 157, and finally, let's see if I could eke out the 4 o'clock reading, 158 Hertz frequency in California at 4 a.m. So let's see. Oh, this thing is so hard to read. Okay. Hofuf, Saudi Arabia, saw values of 14, followed by 11, and then 3, and zeroed out at 4 a.m. It's kind of freaking me out, the zeroing out thing. It's just very, very weird. In Lithuania, they saw values of Schumann resonance at midnight was 32, 24 at 1 a.m., 15 at 2 a.m., 7 at 3 a.m., and down to 0 yet again for Lithuania also at 4 a.m. It's kind of weird, right? Alberta, Canada, this is the one that's been super high, right? So Alberta, Canada was at midnight 350. It's freaking huge. Went down to 347, then 339, then 320, and then finally down to 307. Still in the 300s, Canada. That's crazy, right? All right. Northland, New Zealand. In Northland, they saw values at 67 at midnight, 66 at 1, 65 at 2. Woo! My son and I were doing that today. We heard sirens. We both went, woo! And then we're like, we're heckling like police sirens. It's so weird. I think they do that when they want people to know that they're okay. Like, we're all okay. Neighborhood's fine. Sure, it's, 1 in the morning, but woo! Crazy. Okay, anyway, to continue with this, they saw at 3 o'clock, 65, and then at 4 o'clock, same, 65. And again, that was in Northland, New Zealand. Now, we go to South Africa, to the town of Hulului. Ooh, it's so fun. You guys should say that. You cannot be angry and say Hulului without being super happy immediately, I think. I love that name so much. Okay, they started at midnight at 12 on the Hertz frequency. Then they went down an hour later to 8. An hour after that at 2 a.m. down to 5. And then at 4, they zeroed out, just like the other two cities that zeroed out. So 4 a.m. in Hulului was 0 Hertz frequency. It's almost like there's like a pulsating wave that's coming. There's several pulsating waves, and it's like it excites the atmosphere and then nothing. Then it excites it and then nothing. So what's going on in Canada? I have no idea. Heat wave, I suppose. They've had some weird stuff in Alberta with the magnetic pole shift thing. And now this, it's weird. Like, why are they really that high? I don't know. All right, guys, on to A Course in Miracles Lesson 51. This is a review, as I was mentioning earlier. So I'm going to tell you the main ideas. From Lesson 1, nothing I see means anything. From Lesson 2, I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. Lesson 3, I do not understand anything I see. Lesson 4, these thoughts do not mean anything. Lesson 5, I am never upset for the reason I think. So, looks like if we're going to do 5 lessons for a review, and we already did 50 lessons, that means we're in for a review for 10 more days. And I believe that's as long as the Mercury retrograde as well as the shadow period will last. Is that not divine timing or what? I've been continuing to see a lot of numbers. 33 has come up a lot. 222 has come up a lot. So those are the angel numbers. 444 as well. Continuing with the angel numbers. Remember, 444 means thousands of angels are surrounding you at this time. And 33 means ascended masters are here to work with you, whichever one that you connect with the most, whether it's Mother Mary or Brother Yeshua, Jesus, or Buddha, or I don't know who you work with, but whoever it is that is an ascended master who did the work before you, they're trying to reach out to you now. And let's see, 222, I have those memorized because I get them so often. I'm going to look up 222 though. It's so weird. I keep thinking it means balance, but I keep thinking that's what 555 means, so that's what I'm going to have to definitely... All right, 222. Do you guys remember that show, 222? Oh, never mind, it was 227. Yeah, I forget. Sorry I brought that up. As soon as I said, I'm like, oh, yeah, wait, that was the wrong thing. Oh, here's something really good for all of us. In the angel numbers, 222 means trust that everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to, with divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. Well, that's like a really good one to have right now, isn't it? During this time of lack of precision, says the Virgo. During this time where we're like spinning our wheels, getting nowhere fast, and everything is delayed. And just when you take one step forward, you take 2 steps back. And then you just have to just sit back and do nothing but review your life. That's pretty much what it's been, right? Has it been like that for you guys, or is it only us Virgos and Geminis? And I think one other sign, but Virgos and Geminis, we're ruled by Mercury, so it's like, but yeah, August 2nd will be the very end, so you can start cautiously doing new things after the 2nd of August. So August 3rd, August 4th, you're going to be a lot better off moving forward at that time. So I don't know. It's like so funny. Like my money's sitting in that account. I want to make that trade so badly, and I can't do it because I've had delays. Delays and delays. I mean, just to add my phone number takes 5 days to the bank. How could they not just add the phone number over the phone in 5 minutes? I mean, I literally yelled at the guy. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Are you sending my number by horse and buggy to your main office? Like the Wells Fargo logo? Like, oh my God. Why can't you just update this right now? Why not? It's like so ridiculous. It's like weird delays like that. That's one of my delays right now. I haven't called them yet. I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow, but I was just still so upset, angry at their lack of customer service. Like, they're very sweet people when you call, very polite and wonderful, sweet people, but it's like the lack of services that they offer is completely ridiculous. It's like it's like they maybe should update their logo to like a freaking spaceship and actually take off. Like all the other banks have moved forward except them, It's like, what the hell? I'm just going to the bank. My grandma said you could always trust Wells Fargo. And when she first told me that, no thanks, I'll find my own bank. I found Bank of America, and that was the year that Bank of America ripped everybody off. They started doing random charges like $20 here, $15 there, and when you call them on it, they're like, oh, that's weird, and then they would like reverse the charges. It was very spooky and weird, and I knew like 5 or 6 people that had the same thing happen, like on the same day. All these random charges, and they were just trying to skim money off the top. And they did it to me, and I got my money back, and then everything was fine. I'm like, okay, just gonna stay with it, gonna stay with this bank, it's gonna be great. And then I got my paycheck, and I didn't get to the bank on time to deposit it, and I needed to make my rent. So I put it in an envelope and had all my information on it, put it in the machine, and the receipt came out blank. And they did not deposit my money to my account, and they lost the check. And when I went to my boss and told them I need a new check because it didn't deposit, and I went to the bank, I said, look, I have this receipt, but it was blank because the ink ran out. They're like, that's too bad. You have no proof. You deposit the check. I'm like, well, it just happened 2 days. It was like on a Friday. So it's like on a Monday when they opened. It was like, what? And I think this actually happened during Mercury retrograde. Actually, it did. I was so mad. I had to pay my rent, and I was just suddenly out $400. It was just like, oh. And I called my boss, and they said, oh, no, that check was cashed. Was it now? Somebody took my money. Maybe it was put in someone else's bank account. Good on them, I guess. They got my hard work, working literally in the hood, being surrounded by gangsters that were shooting at all different. The gangsters were fine, except when the cops rolled around and then they would shoot it out with the police. I almost got a bullet through my heart for that job, and it's like so unbelievable. In fact, I think I wrote, or I know I did a show about reading a letter from my friend who's an inmate. He was in that neighborhood. I don't think I met him, but he was in that neighborhood and got caught. In fact, the month I think that might have been the month I was almost shot. And he randomly found a cell phone in federal prison and ended up on this dating app, and that's how we met. We became fast friends because he spent 25 years meditating. And he's not the person he was when he went in, obviously. And he's very cool, very spiritual person. I'm still waiting to hear from him. He's on the outside now, so he can't really talk to me through the prison thing anymore. And he doesn't have his cell phone because he has to get a job and his first paycheck. And he's probably going to pay a lot of restitution fees now. So I probably won't hear from him for another couple months. So if you're listening, I know, But actually, you probably won't be listening because he doesn't have a cell phone yet. So that's how that thing works. But he was arrested from not very far from where I was working, which is so weird because I didn't know him back then. But very weird. I knew a couple of the gangbangers outside that hung out outside. And, I told them, look, this is a house. We're trying to keep the kids in school, off drugs, out of gangs. If don't sell to any of my kids in here, and we'll never call the police on you, We'll just turn a blind eye as long as you just make sure you help protect our house. And they did. They did. And because I was honest with them, they actually, they knew my schedule, which is very creepy. And they would stand where I like to park my car. And then they'd watch my car while I was working. Make sure nothing happens to me. Because I was going to be like, okay, I'm part of the hood, I'm going to be loyal to you, you be loyal to me, We're not going to have a problem if we don't have a problem, you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of a crazy job, and it was a crazy neighborhood to be in, and it was just driving in and out of there every day. I saw so much violence. It was like a war zone. It was all kinds of war zone-ish. But yeah, I've been thinking about my friend. He's supposed to be out now, and it's like, it's the end of July. He was supposed to get out, I think, in the past couple days. So there may have been delays with him too because of the Mercury retrograde situation. But darn it, I don't know where I was going with this one. But a lot of crazy stuff. During the Mercury retrograde. So it is a good time to reflect, though, and to remember your dreams. And that's another thing. Like today, I was talking to my friend, my new friend, my agent, and I was also talking to my son about this. And I was like, yeah, there's so many things that I want to do in my life. And I started realizing that I want to live a long, long time. And my higher guidance has always told me I'm going to live to be 98. Which means I have 47 years left. I hope they're all good years, but I mean, towards the end there might not be. I don't know. No one really knows what's in store for them. Thank you, God, I'm not aging too fast. But I asked my higher guidance again, and I was told I'm going to live to be 130. So I wanted to let you guys know we're probably all going to live 30, 40 extra years. Woohoo! Not an excuse to be lazy, though. We don't know if those last 30 years are going to be good ones or not. We don't know. So you got to make the most of it right now while we've still got it. But I was like, well, that's good. So if I'm going to live that long, I'm probably going to meet all the goals and all the fun things I've thought about doing. And we have this time now as ascending people. We will be able to manifest things really rapidly. I mean, I manifested this way to make money that I had no idea even existed. And it's completely like ingenious. I found out today the company I'm going to be working with, they have 5,000 agents working for them around the world. They have 5,000 employees doing trades for people all day long, every day, making people 35% on their money at the highest level of it. It's a lot of money. 35% per day. Per day. I'm like, oh my God, this is like a dream come true. So I will put it on my website as soon as I know it's real and good. I'm not going to speak too soon on it. I'm going to have a link. They said that I could be like an affiliate and still keep trading. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing that. You know, everything I've always wanted to provide for my kids looks like I'll be able to do it. Inshallah. Ojalá, hopefully, as God wills. But, yeah, it's like, oh, wow. This is going to be good. It's going to be really good. So, crazy. It's just crazy. So, I feel like I'm manifesting stuff faster. And I started realizing, oh, wait a minute. What about the clothing line I wanted to design? I wanted to do like a new jeans clothing line. And I wanted to not pay slave labor. I wanted to pay actual wages to people. And I want to maybe make the jeans with hemp. So they would be long lasting, what we need. They'd be flattering to the human form, not skin tight, which is actually very unhealthy. And I had this idea for these these jeans and things, and I met a clothing designer a few weeks ago. Oh, isn't that funny that he can actually either help me, or he does dress gowns, gorgeous gowns, but he can help me, or I could get somebody that he knows they went to school with to help me. Like, wow, it's just things that I thought about, just manifesting. Just for fun, I looked up having a supplement line. There's a lot of supplements that I see these days that are good, but not 100%. They're lacking certain things. Like they'll have a complete spectrum of all vitamins, and then the vitamin E is false. It's fake. And it won't be absorbed by your body. So, and like calcium can't be absorbed by your body. So I've got to figure that one out. But if I can figure out everything, we're all going to be healthy taking these supplements that I'm coming up with. So I just happened to run across a website just 2 weeks ago about how to do that, a fulfillment center. You guys order and they will fulfill it right from the United States. So I don't have to ship anything from Ecuador. I don't have to bottle it myself in my kitchen, which probably wouldn't be sanitary anyways. So I'm not going to do that to you guys. But I found a place that has like a AAA rating, like super high rating, that I could do that. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And I've always wanted to have a perfume line, but it would be natural aromatherapy. It would be like extremely healthy. It won't have anything in it that's really bad for you. It'd be like if your 3-year-old drinks it, they're not going to die. Might get a little drunk, but they're not going to die. You know? I mean, if they drank the perfume that most people wear now, they'd probably maybe not die, but it might really hurt them. So I want to just get all natural everything. You know, put stuff out there, make people happy, you know, in every possible way, from beginning to end, you know. I don't know, so these are like some thoughts that I've been having, like, oh yeah, these old projects. And I've decided that I'm probably going to have an art, I might do an art business here in time. If I could, you know, buy a house eventually and have a little art studio, I'm going to have an art business and sell people my art. I'm going to do abstract pour paintings and some abstract stuff, but I'm also going to paint on furniture because I love doing that. I love it. I'll just take special orders. It'll be like an exclusive thing. It won't be, you know, 20 desks that look alike. It's like if you get a desk from me, it's only, you know, my art. No one's going to have it ever in the whole wide world, but you have this one, you know. They're all going to be different. You know, so, I mean, that's trading my hours for dollars, but I love doing it. And then I'm going to put love into everything. And I'm going to have a t-shirt line. That one might be sooner than the other ones. Or I have positive sayings, and then I'm going to come up with a symbol that when you wear it, or it's on one of my supplement bottles in your home, that I'm going to make something that's going to be so powerful that it's going to positively give you high vibrational energy all day long in your home, 24/7. And it's going to come directly through the grid that I help create around the earth. So anyone in the whole wide world that has that, just going to be, boom, an instant link up to that grid, and everything they want and desire, it's going to come their way. These are some of my ideas and goals and dreams and, things I've been thinking about for a long, long time, things I mentioned before. So, but anyway, the point is, anything you've ever thought about, doing, go back to school, it might be an easier time for you to learn. We're in the fifth dimension now. It's going to be easier. Things are going to flow like water, baby. That's what's going to happen. All right. So I'm going to pause this for a moment. And when I come back, I'm going to do a little quick tarot reading for our collective health, including mental health. Metaphysical Soul Speak is run on sponsors and listener support. This means listeners like you. If you are so inclined to support my efforts and my little podcast, please visit me at anchor.fm/metaphysical and pledge an amount of your choosing today. Thank you. All right, guys, I've already hit the deck 3 times, and I've already shuffled 4 times. I've already blown on the deck to blow out any energy left from the last reading, and I've also said a prayer that it's using a Hebrew number that my friend from Detroit told me. I met her in Las Vegas. No, actually I did not. I met her in Dallas, Texas during a travel convention. And I never met her in Detroit. I lived there a year and a half and I never ran into her. I was always hoping I would though, because she's one of the coolest people ever. Anyway, you could do this over your food, anything you are drinking, anything or situation in which you feel you need to purify the energy of something. You hold your hand with your fingers together above the thing, and you say 9961 9961 9961. Intensify and magnify. Thank you, Creator of all that is. Amen. And while you do that, you move your hand in a circular motion clockwise. Now, there have been studies done about this, and testing of food and whatnot, and before someone says the blessing, after someone says the blessing, and there's a high quality after the blessing. And when they say the first part of the blessing without the thank you, Creator part, it's just like there was no blessing. You have to complete the blessing. Pretty cool, right? So again, that's 9961 9961 9961. Intensify and magnify. Thank you, Creator of all that is. Amen. All right. I wanted to teach you guys that. I forgot about teaching you guys that before. So here we go. I have 3 more shuffles to do. There you go. Thought maybe you would like the ASMR of that. So I always put a couple, but it gets tedious after 3. So you only get to hear 3. All right. One more time. Oops. My card fell out already. I'd like to be connected to my spiritual healing team. like to be connected to my higher self. I'd like to be connected to Prime Creator of the universe. And I need to be connected to Archangel Michael to keep me protected during this reading. And also Archangel Raphael, because this is about healing after all. I'd like to be connected to Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel to lend us wisdom and insight, and Archangel Gabriel, because you are the direct messenger of God, even though you're all messengers of God, to pull the cards out for the deck. Or Uriel, you can do that this time. Okay, Uriel says I want to do it this time. All right. Woohoo, Uriel. All right, I'm going to try to move the phone. Maybe you guys will hear me better. I'm going to put it over to the side. All right. So here we go. The first question I'd like to ask Prime Creator is, what do people that have dire health issues, serious health issues that can cause them to lose their body and move on to heaven, people with serious health issues? And I'm talking people that have like stage 4 cancer or like lupus, and they're not getting better. People that are very, very, very sick. People that are in hospitals. Pretty much, I guess that's it. Just the worst case scenario, bad health issues. That's my first question. Here, I'm going to take a quick sip of tea. All right. And my hot Jello tea, it's so good. My hair is still growing in almost its original color completely since I started doing that. So I'm glad I started. I actually started it to heal my problem. It's called leaky gut syndrome. Not as disgusting as it sounds. It's just when you eat food, there's little teeny tiny holes in your intestine, in your large intestine, and the food gets into the outside of the intestine, and it kind of floats around and causes inflammation and pain. And I had this years ago, and I think something happened and I got it again, and I'm just having so many issues with it. But this is the one thing, if you drink it every day, 2 cups a day, put a tablespoon of the gelatin in water, and I just do the flavors because, so much better. Anyway, it takes about 6 months to heal, and I have until October to finish this cycle of taking it, and hopefully by then it'll be better. But my hair is growing in a nicer color, so yay. So, and for me, I guess it would be the ongoing chronic health issues. This is one. But I have 8 questions that I'm going to answer tonight. So the first one, again, is, what do we need to know, God, for people that are having dire health issues right now, like the worst possible health problems that they may not recover from? What card would you want me to basically tell, what card tells me what you want to tell them about what they're going through right now, basically? So I'm going to connect. I'm connected to everyone. All right. Archangel Uriel, you're the one today. You're up. You're going to pick the card for me. Just whatever card is correct. Oh my God, it flew. Oh, I kind of wish this was a video, even though I don't want to be filmed. Wow, thank you, Uriel. That was so freaking cool. It flew out of the deck and went over, and it just kind of glided to the page. That was very weird and very cool. I like that. Let's keep doing that. That was sheer magic. That was not a card falling out of the deck. It flew up over the deck and then glided gently to the paper. Whew, that was cool. Uriel's really happy about doing this job, I think. Thank you. All right, prudence is what it says at the bottom in Spanish, prudencia. So prudence, this is the 8 of Pentacles. Is this the correct card? Okay, so God, this is the correct card. People with dire health issues right now. So does this have to do with money? Okay, because Pentacles is a symbol of the earth as well. Really? All right, so this is what I'm hearing. There are eight herbs that will cure any and all diseases on the planet. Now, is this the same for everybody? Okay, guys. We probably want to get out our notebooks at this point and write these things down. So if anyone with any of these diseases, period, took all 8 of these things, you're saying at once in a blender, okay, or separate as tea, however you want to take it. You take these 8 things every single day. Oh, this is going to be good. I got to write this stuff down. So these 8 things, every single day is going to be, health will start to reverse itself within 11 days. 11 days. Oh my gosh. All right. So 8 things, 11 days. This is so interesting. Really interesting. Oh, okay. Now, the reason I'm giving you the prudent card, he says, is because 8 things. Yeah, there's 8 pentacles, right? And what else? And they don't cost a lot of money. That's why they're prudent. All right, so is garlic the first one? Yeah, all right. And that was the first one I thought I saw. Did you say parsley? Oh my God, parsley. In large quantities and make it a juice in a blender with water and parsley. You could add the garlic to that or eat the garlic separate. Or 4 cloves of garlic a day. He says you could just peel them and take them like pills, or chop them up and in a handful, like in 4ths or 8ths, or even smaller, but you just take them like pills. All right, so what else? Garlic and parsley. What else can you tell me? I'm seeing something kind of brown. Is it ginger? Okay, yeah, ginger. All right, let's see what else here. So far we have the list is garlic, parsley, and ginger. This is your new grocery list, guys. It's my new grocery list. So garlic, parsley, ginger, and you're saying cardamom. Okay. All right. And turmeric. Okay. So these are Indian spices, and we can just make Indian food. Like put this on vegetables, like steam some vegetables and mix this up. Cardamom and turmeric with a little bit of salt maybe, but salt's not one of them. Okay, I'm asking. No. So we have garlic, parsley, ginger, and cardamom and turmeric. Now, garlic and parsley could be used in Mexican food. Garlic and ginger and parsley could possibly be Chinese food. Cardamom and turmeric is definitely Indian food. And then garlic and parsley could also be in spaghetti sauce. Ginger could be tea. And ginger make a lovely tea after something with cardamom and turmeric in it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spices. This is really interesting, guys. This card does not say that. I try, do you want me to look at what they say? Okay, he says, no, not this time. Great. So, because we're connected to the Prime Creator, he's going to tell us what he means by these cards. All right. So we have 5 things. Okay, what's the next thing? All right. I'm just seeing like a yellow, like almost the color of an egg yolk. Is it eggs or egg yolk? No, you said herbs. And we already have turmeric. Is it cumin? No? Okay. Orange peels. Something to do with orange or citrus. Or it's an herb? Okay, I'm sorry. Cinnamon? Okay, cinnamon. That's not what you were showing me. Are you trying to show me like a container? All right. So cinnamon, that's interesting. Okay. And so we have garlic, parsley, ginger, cardamom, turmeric, cinnamon. That's 6. There are 2 more. Did you say rosemary? Rosemary, right. And basil? Yeah, okay. Now, if we were going to mix rosemary and basil, garlic and parsley, that would make a fine spaghetti sauce. Is that okay? He says, yeah, that's fine. And but we could all put it all in the blender. No, the cardamom turmeric needs to be separate. The cinnamon and the ginger you can make into a tea to drink. Garlic, parsley, rosemary, and basil can be in all I could think. You could actually chop those up, mix it in olive oil, and fresh, and not cook it, and drizzle it over pasta, but alternative pasta that's wheat-free, I think is better. Wheat causes inflammation in almost everybody's body. It's not good really for anyone. Unless you use like spelt or something, You could put this on like spelt bread. Turmeric you could put in popcorn. So you could sprinkle cinnamon and ginger and a little bit of brown sugar over popcorn, make it kind of a sweet popcorn. A little bit of salt. All right. So if we take these herbs like a tablespoon every day, a teaspoon every day, half a teaspoon every day. All right. So we're saying about a half a teaspoon every day. Figure out a way to work this into your daily routine for 11 days. It's pretty much going to cure everything that anyone has, especially dire. All right. It's weird. I know that garlic, I know that parsley cleans your blood. Garlic can clean your blood, but it'll give you garlic breath. But garlic also helps you, it clears out any parasites you might have. Also, it strengthens your immune system with the allicin that is contained in it. Ginger is good for stomach and digestion issues. Cardamom, I think it fortifies the blood and the body. I can't remember what it does. Turmeric does definitely take out inflammation. Cinnamon lowers blood sugar, regulates blood sugar, helps achieve a correct weight for yourself. Rosemary also is like a fumigant. It takes out parasites and germs like garlic does. And basil, what does basil do? Provides chlorophyll. And it has a lot of, God is telling me right now, it has a lot of minerals. Whoa, okay, so all these things together, like if you eat all these one day, you're going to have all the minerals you need for health. And it's going to restore all the balances. That was weird. Did you guys hear the car right at that moment when I said that? That's called a confirmation. This is already a magical reading. We just started. All right, so if you are somebody who's suffering from a dire health issue right now, don't panic. Gain all the right minerals in your body in the correct amounts, like half a teaspoon. He says like half a teaspoon of everything. So that would be like for the cardamom and the turmeric, I would say just mix it in with some brown rice, or white rice is fine if you can tolerate it. To make Indian food, the best thing you do, half a tomato, half an onion, and you burn the crap out of it in olive oil. You just keep stirring it until it just burns beyond recognition, and then you put in half a tomato and half an onion, and you gently mix it in, and you don't burn that one. And then you can add potatoes if you like. You could add spinach, the fresh leaf spinach, not ever out of a can, that's disgusting, but fresh leaf spinach, onions, carrots, peas, and just put that over rice. It's so excellent. That's how I make Indian food. I don't know if that's correct, but I use cardamom, turmeric, and also cumin. Cumin is also what you use in chili, so it's kind of interesting where Tex-Mex meets India. Is at the cumin level, and also Mexican food uses cumin, so you could add cumin also, right, God? I mean, it's not going to hurt anybody. Oh, okay, he's saying that cumin has similar qualities as cardamom, so they're practically interchangeable, but cardamom has more minerals. That's what he's telling me. Look this stuff up, guys. Let me know. Let's see. Prudence at 8 of Pentacles. I'm going to write this down. I wrote all those things down and put it in my description as well of the show. All right. For 11 days, take these 8 things every single day. 4 cloves of garlic, though. I'm going to put 4. Not elephant garlic. He's saying if the elephant garlic is enormous, just take 1. 4 of those. He says, I'm not going to say it's going to kill you, but you'll feel like you're dying if you take that much garlic. But I mean, hey, I'm going to do it. This looks good. This looks like a really good thing. So like maybe if you did like celery juice with a little bit of parsley and ginger in it, that might work. That might be awesome. All right. So, all right, God, thank you. Is there anything else you want to add to that? No. All right. So 20 minutes later for one question. We're not going to get through all 8 of them if we go at this pace. He says, don't worry, they're all going to be rapid after this. So, all right, the second question is for people with minor health annoyances that are temporary. So, things that can range from having a sunburn to a paper cut to a common cold or a 24 to 48 hour flu. People that are suffering from like maybe gas, like belching or bloating, that's due to something that they ate. Sore feet from walking around, like a back sprain or strain or muscle strain or sprain. So those kinds of things, right? Okay. So what advice can you give through the tarot to people that have minor health annoyances that are temporary? Like, for instance, my friend has a cold right now, that kind of thing. And this is for the collective whole, everyone who's going through this. He's saying before he reaches the card, he's saying that the same things I just told you for the first group, this will also help for minor health issues. So was one of these that, okay. All right, Uriel, please take out the card that God suggests for people with minor health annoyances. Yeah, if you want to take it out that other way, that's awesome. Is that it now? Okay. All right. Some cards kind of try to flip themselves around automatically, but woo, same thing. It didn't float up this time, but it did glide down. Is this the correct one? Wait a minute. So, death? I'm asking about health and life, and this is the card. Is this truly the card? This is truly the card. Okay, so God's telling me if you have a minor health annoyance, you're going through like a temporary phase. It's not death in its literal form. It is a transformation and change. You're just simply trading out your old body parts for new ones, and this is where the minor health annoyances are coming from. So that was quite shocking, God. Don't give us the death card. You're going to scare us. Okay. He's like, I didn't mean it. Wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to scare anybody. Basically, you might feel like it's a death or a minor death, but you're really going to be okay. The minor annoyances everyone's going through from time to time has something to do with the ascension, and, well, in a way, that is a form of death. It's death to the third dimension, is it not? That makes me feel a whole lot better, actually. I hope you guys are relieved. Is there anything else in this card? No? Okay. Oh my God. That's not the card I wanted to see tonight. Okay. All right. I'm going to mix that back in really, man. Okay. So, The next question. The next question, God, is this. Prime Creator, we want to know, what can you tell people that have ongoing chronic health problems that could be just annoying but ongoing, like a lifetime, like asthma? Like, it can turn deadly, but usually it's just an inconvenience. It's really annoying. So people with like ongoing chronic, I don't know, people have irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's disease or asthma or just like lung issues, things that are not dire, but they can get scary, like close, you can bring you close to death, those kind of things. And this also can mean ongoing health problems can be arthritis, spinal health issues, muscle spasms, all that kind of stuff. So he's saying again with the herbs. So the things we gave for the dire health issues, you don't want them to get dire. So let's start taking all these herbs at once. I have like half of these in my kitchen right now. Ooh, I need to go get some ginger too. Fresh ginger is so good. All right. So what can you tell people through the tarot about people who have the ongoing health problems? Again, Uriel, please go ahead and take the card that is correct from God. Put it, well, your usual spot would be helpful. I have a blank page on the opposite side of where my writing is, and he's putting it in the dead center of that page, like glides out of the deck and goes right to the dead center, like twice. That already happened. Okay. Like for real, this is the real card, God. The Tower. Again, not a card. Why is we get the same cards every time? You think that they're all sticking together in a clump except for the three main cards that we keep getting. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry to complain, God. All right, the Tower. So people with chronic health problems, they're going to be wiped out as if just like the tower is being struck by lightning and the tower is being wiped out. Consider the tower, in this case, your ongoing health problems. They will be wiped out with the light from above and the helping hand of God. And the tears that you've shed over having these ongoing health problems that hurt you, you will shed no more after being fully anchored in the fifth dimension. Oh, well, this wasn't so bad to get the tower this time. All right. Is that it? All right. Well, that was nice. That was a good one, actually. Not as bad as I thought it would be. When I saw the death and then the tower, I'm like, We keep getting these, though, don't we? It's kind of all about transformation, and the ongoing things just are going to be falling apart, like the tower. All right, God. So now the next question I have for you is for the people that are 100% healthy, have absolutely nothing wrong, no issues whatsoever, like maybe the occasional hangnail or something, but overall they don't have anything chronic, they're not sick right now with the flu or cold, they don't have anything dire, they're just, thank you God, they're fine. What do they need to keep going in this very positive direction? So Archangel Uriel, again, pull out the card that God wants to relay to us. See if Archangel Gabriel was taking these cards out. Is this the card? Okay. Then we could blame it on him. We keep getting the same cards in every reading, but it's Archangel Uriel, so he's doing it. Oh, okay. Is this the card? He pulled it out and put it right on my lap. All right. The Queen of Wands, and in Spanish, this is so cute. It says, Reina Entusiasta. So, the enthusiastic queen. That's so cute. The Chinchai Kamak Huarmin. That's what it is in Inca, and that's the best I can do. But Queen of Wands, this is for the people who have absolutely no health problems whatsoever. 100% healthy, everything's fine. So, what can you tell me about this? The people who are 100% healthy need to be very humble and grateful that that's where they're at right now. And they have to understand that they are wands. They're like queens. You know, like they are pretty much a shining light. They're holding their wands up as a shining example of who they are. In every bit of their form, people look to you. If you're healthy, people are looking to you directly for answers about nutrition and health. So it's your responsibility to help the rest of us that have these ongoing health issues, you know, chronic health issues, or the minor annoyances, or even the dire health issues. You're going to know what to do intuitively, because that's what wands means. It's intuition. You're going to use your inner fire to keep going and be a queen. You're ruling your queendom. You know, you're in charge. But I think that God did not give us the king card because queens are healers, like women are healers. We intuitively, instinctually know. I mean, if you're a guy and you're in a 100% healthy category listening to this, I'm not calling you queen, okay? You know, it has nothing to do with gender. It has to do with the energy. So it's your gentle, beautiful nature. And it's an ongoing positive attitude as well that keeps you healthy. So keep going, keep doing what you're doing. You're awesome, and you're a way shower and a light shower. Wands are lights. You are a light shower to everybody around you. People, even if they don't admit it, secretly will look up to you. And they love you for being the healthy person that you are, because you are a shining example of what the rest of the world needs. It's almost like you've kind of kicked that one out of the park, you know what I mean? You've crushed it. You know what you're doing, at least on a health level, and so you've earned it on a spiritual level to be healthy. Yeah, I mean, your finances might be a mess, but health-wise, you're perfect. So that's what you need to keep doing, is just helping others, and that's how you keep your true health. One more sip of my tea, and we're going to go to the next section of the cards, which is about mental health. All right. Okay. All right, God, I'm still connected with you, obviously. 5th question. People that have absolutely serious mental health issues, people that have like narcissistic personality disorder, they're psychopaths, sociopaths, amnesia, Alzheimer's. What is that? Oh, multiple personality disorder. I thought it said MAD for a minute. And I'm like, mad cow disease? That's kind of a mental health issue, kind of. Or post-traumatic stress disorder, that is severe PTSD. Like, I have PTSD. It's not severe. Sometimes it really bugs me, but it's not severe. So someone who's been in war, and every time they hear a car backfire, they dive under the table and they start reliving, that would be severe PTSD. They start reliving a wartime. But like when I hear a noise and I startle and my body gets really still, and I'm like a cat. I look in the direction of the sound and I'm very still, and like my fur on my back bristles up. Okay, I'm just kidding. I don't have fur on my back. Oh my God, that's like the worst image. I don't have fur on my back. Cat pills don't bother me. But you know what I mean. It just feels like the hairs on the back of your neck. You know, you don't even know they exist until someone stares at you or something happens. You're like, ah! So that's kind of like a mild case of PTSD. But like the wartime, like the soldiers, I feel for them really badly. Like it's not fun to have that. All right, so God, what is the card that you would tell? You know, the card that would most relay your message to people with serious mental health issues, like the ones I've asked about, but also, the other, people, if you have it, you know what you've got. So Archangel Uriel, please pull a card out. Let me know. Let us all know what advice can we give to people with serious mental health issues, or if they're listening to this and they're really suffering, we want to know what to do to help them. Okay, a bunch of cards flew out. Except for the MPD people. Just kidding. Just kidding. My beautiful friend had MPD, and one of his personalities killed him while he was transformed into that personality, and it was his female fun party side personality came out and took too much heroin, and he never woke up from it. So Pedro Pablo Mercado Ortega, this is for you, this question. Not that it can help you now, but he's fine now. But is this it? Woo, this is a good one, actually. Didn't even fly out of my hand. It just turned over gently into my hand. Peace. Ace of Swords. Oh, and there's a lot of dark blue in this card. This is a really good card. All right. Okay. Archangel Michael's here with me. As you know, I called upon him too. He says, I can help cut away any spirit attachments, any negative forces, I'm sorry, I'm not getting that word. Any emotional anchors that have been holding you back in your life. I am here to cut you free from all your mental disease and all of the thoughts that bug you. Call upon me anytime you need me. Even if it's you call upon me now and you need me in 5 minutes, call upon me in 5 minutes, that's okay. You can never bug me or annoy me or ask me too many times. I will keep using my broadsword to cut away. It's like I have a silver sword in my hand. It's always there to cut away anything you don't need in your chakras, in your aura, in your mental health body, in your mental body, in your emotional body, in your aura. Anything that you need to cut out, I am here for you 100%. So God, do you want anything to add? Do you have anything to add to that? Okay, he says, realize that you are king of your kingdom. You are a soul that's pure and whole and holy. Do not think about yourself as having the disease that someone told you have, mental or physical. You are not that. Do not accept that falsehood and illusion for yourself. The reality is you are 100% a spiritual being, free of all disease, all infirmities, all mental incapacities. You are free and clear and open. Your life can be filled with liberty and sovereignty if you just but claim it. And this is God speaking. He says, I love each and every one of you. You are my children, but you are also part of me. You need to tap into the Godhood of yourself in order to understand that you are not your diagnosis. You are not your illness. You are not your label. And you are not stuck. Your mental prison is of your own creation, and now it's time to uncreate it. We're not going to blame you as a victim. We're not calling you a victim. We're going to call you a victor. And just as you put yourself in this position, maybe for spiritual lessons that you needed to learn, you're going to go back now to the pure, sheer innocence that your essence is. Claim that. Allow Archangel Michael to cut away that which you do not need any longer. Surround yourself. He's showing me the image of Harry Potter when he wears the invisibility cloak. He becomes invisible, and that cloth is all around him. Imagine that that's like you have a protection or a shield all around you in every direction, covering even the bottoms of your feet. and it's a dark cobalt blue or a sapphire blue. Keep a cloak around you at all times until you are fully healed, he says. Anything else? No. All right. Thank you. That was like a really excellent one. Okay, so let's see here. That was peace or Ace of Swords. You guys can go ahead and look up, the meanings of these cards for later. So if you write them down now while we're doing the reading, so if you want to do your further research. I forgot what number of wands we have for the last card. I forgot to write down. Oh well, I have to go through the deck. I'll never forget that. Oh yeah, duh, Queen of Wands. Thank you, God, for that recall. God just said what it was. I'm like, yay. All right. So God's always got your back. You start having this conversation with God, and it's an ongoing, you keep the channel, the line open, you'll just you'll know stuff that you didn't know you know, or you never knew it before, but now you know it because God's got your back. I've had 4 or 5 times God has told me the answer to something, and I'll just blurt it out, and then it's like, wait a minute, I can look that up. It's like, I didn't know that. But how did I know? All right, so God, the next question I have is for people with minor mental health issues that are kind of annoyances, like people with minor OCD or minor anxiety. The severe anxiety being the first question I asked about mental health, but ADHD, ADD, dyslexia, the minor mental health issues that are just irksome, but doesn't really keep you from your life, doesn't keep you from relationships, but it's enough that might drive your people around you angry. I mean, not angry, mad, drive them mad, might drive you crazy. So those are the kinds of things, it's like you want to leave the house, but you got to wash your hands 13 times. Oh, it's so irritating. And now your skin is chapped, so now you got to put lotion on your hands. Well, now the jury got to wash them again. And then the whole cycle starts over. I know people like that. And a lot of people that got OCD got it because they got infected with chicken pox, and it affected the brain. And they've discovered that's where a lot of the OCD comes from, if not all of it. Most of the people with OCD at some point in their life had the chicken pox. Bizarre, right? So, all right. If you've never had the chicken pox and OCD, you might be one of the rare ones, possibly. I don't know, but very weird, right? Okay. All right, God. So can you pull out the card for minor mental health problems? Archangel Ariel, do the honors, please. This one's taking a while. Oops. So you love when several cards try to flip. Is this the answer? But there's 2 cards. Is this the answer? Is this the answer? Wow, you guys, we got a twofer, baby. Both of these cards are the right one, God. All right. I would say the first card we got is La Sacerdotista. Basically the priest or the high priestess. And the second one is Cambio, change. 2 of Pentacles. Oh. This is very interesting. All right, so this one's going to be... Okay, I gotta write this down. Okay. High Priestess. Again, this is for people with mild mental health issues. High Priestess and the 2 of Pentacles. All right. First of all, should we do the High Priestess first? Okay. The 2 of Pentacles. I'm saying this relates to the 8 of Pentacles because they're both Pentacles, right? And I feel like this has to do with minerals we're missing, and this will cure most mental health issues. Magnesium. And potassium? No. Okay, what's the other one? Calcium? No, he's saying calcium in the ion channels, and it's funny because the picture of this card is like, obviously it's an 8, like, with 2 snakes, and there's like a bunch of positives, and then the other side almost looks like negatives. So he's saying you need minerals to cross the blood-brain barrier, and people are not getting the correct things in the correct amounts of magnesium and calcium. But because calcium, most of the calcium you buy in the market, you take it, it's like eating a freaking rock. It doesn't absorb into your bones. You need vitamin D and vitamin C to help your body absorb these things. Magnesium is the regulator of potassium and sodium. I did tell you guys that before. Dr. Berg, on Dr. Berg channel on YouTube, he talks a lot about this stuff. So this is what God's saying. And now, is this for a short period of time? For the rest of your life only, he says. You got to take magnesium and calcium. But now calcium, it's got to get across the blood-brain barrier into the ion channels. If you take too much, that can cause calcification. That can cause problems with your heart. But if you take none, that also can cause problems. So God is saying take it in a ionized or chelated form, in a liquid, always with magnesium. Make sure you get 10 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes of sun a day. 5 if you're a redhead. We absorb sun just like so fast because we're, really quick like that and very, I don't know, efficient, I guess. But if you have a darker skin, the darker toned skin, you need a little bit longer time in the sun. 12 minutes, never more than 15, God's saying. He's saying 12 to 13 minutes if you have very dark skin. And if you have very dark brown skin, that's like straight up 12 to 13 minutes in the sun every day. If you feel like you're starting to burn, now go inside. Especially on the days the sun is feeling strong, especially if you live in South America. Maybe 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes tops. All right, anything else about the Two of Pentacles card? Okay, now the High Priestess card. She holds on her lap a scroll of your memories, and the High Priestess is in charge of your Akashic records. A lot of times these minor health issues may or may not be related to deeds you've done in this life, deeds you've done in a past life. Sometimes these are effects, he's saying like ill effects or effects of your past karmic actions, but also it could be things that you've picked, because no one is perfect and we all have to pick one thing that proves to ourselves that we're not perfect. And this just might be your flaw. Everyone has a personality flaw or a quirk. And for you to wash your hands 13 times a day, that might be your personality quirk. That might be the one thing, okay, he's saying like sometimes, even though it seems annoying, like that person has to wash their hands 13 times a day, maybe they have to, maybe a lot of times they're just preventing getting into car accidents, but they don't know it. So there might be a reason for it, that they might have a particularly difficult life, and that might be the thing that saves them from other tragedies that could have possibly befallen them. Not in every case, of course. So how can people with minor health annoyances get through it and get over it? He says by accepting it, but also clearing your Akash. Okay, he's saying by saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. The Ho'oponopono process. That will take fabulous strides towards becoming clear mentally with your mental health. Anything else about that one? No. Cool. Now, the next question is for people that have ongoing disruptive patterns in their life that isn't technically a mental health issue, but things that are just annoying, like habits, like interrupting others. It's not a mental health issue, but it's an annoyance. It's a psychological, annoyance or an anomaly that just, irritates the people around. It could strain relationships if it keeps happening. Being passive aggressive would be one thing. It's not really a mental health issue, but it's just a minor annoyance, and you might even annoy yourself with it because you know you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway. Joking in a serious situation, like laughing at a funeral. That's usually me, laughing at a funeral. I laugh in the middle of a fight, or like in the middle of a fight, I'll like disrupt the whole thing by going, hey, even though we're like fighting right now, I'm glad I'm fighting with you because, I like you. I will just totally do that. Like, I don't want to fight with you because I love you. We can continue the fight in a couple seconds, but I just wanted to say that I do love you. I'll give you a hug at the end if that's cool. Really, I always interrupt, but I don't know if I think it's a good thing, but if it is, I want to keep the anger going, I don't need to stand in the cone of anger. It's like the Antichrist of the cone of silence. All right, God. So what is the one card that we can tell people that have ongoing personality flaws or defects or things that just they know they should do, but they do anyway? Being super, not having memory issues, real memory issues, but they conveniently forget like their partner's medicine, and their partner might die from it or have health issues, or like towards the end, I didn't know my husband had brain cancer. He would forget to get my inhaler, and it's like I'd be having an asthma attack at home and he'd forget, and it's like a 30-minute drive to the pharmacy, and it's like now I have to wait another hour and hope I don't die while he goes to get it, like that stuff like that. Like, but he had brain cancer. I didn't know. Now I feel really bad. I would have got my own medicine, but he said he's going to do it for me. So, back towards the end of the relationship, stuff like that started happening. He never forgot ever before that. So, just, I forgive him completely for it. But at the time it was like, that's really crappy of you. That just feels like you just don't love me, You're like, you're literally waiting. You're playing God with my life and waiting for me to die during the hour, because asthma can exacerbate really quickly, and it's just a horrible thing to have. But anyway, so what can people with ongoing patterns do? Okay, we gotta pull this card quickly. So, Uriel. All right, he says it's coming up quick. Don't worry. Oh, good. Thank you. Was it both of these? Okay, just this one over here. Oh. It wasn't that one. Was it this one? Okay, good. Okay. That card is the the 2-5 of Wands. What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even tell because it's like a Sephiroth, but it says lucha, fight. Oh, wow. And it's got an upside down pentacle hidden in or pentagram. So lucha, fight. I think that's the 5 of Wands because it has a 5 on it. This is one of these cards. It says Kampf in German. If you guys understand Germany. If you understand German, Kampf. Okay. My cards are weird. They have German, Spanish, and Incan. And broken English. Oh, God. Okay, so the 5 of Wands. People that have ongoing patterns fight. Oh, it's because people that aren't 100% comfortable with who they are inside, and they're fighting they're fighting against themselves, and it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If they keep saying things are gonna, or they fight with people, and then he broke up with me, relationships never work out, So basically, it's when you're fighting inside of yourself, your spirit is restless, and you need to make a change but you keep fighting and fighting and fighting. No, but I gotta stick with it. I already spent 10 years in this relationship. I'm gonna stick with it, or you just passive aggressively refuse to take out the trash for your partner and make their life better. You don't put other people. It's when you don't put other people in front of you because you don't even put yourself as a priority. That's why you're fighting yourself. Anything else? All right, that was a really freaking deep insight. All right, so the very last one, of course, is for people who are 100% healthy mentally. And what do they need to keep doing? What do they need to know? The people that are just the shining golden ones mentally. The examples of mental health in all its glory. All right. And again, we're getting the Two of Pentacles. But is that really the name? It says change, cambio. But is this really the card? Okay, this is a card that just loves to jump out of the damn deck. We have like 6 minutes left before this will run out. So, okay, Ariel, please. What's up with the two? Is there another thing you want to add to the Two of Pentacles one? No. It's just that card keeps popping out. I know it's not the right one. What is for people that are 100% healthy, God? What do you have to say? Ariel, please pick that one out of the deck. People that are 100% healthy mentally. And they're just the shining examples for the rest of us. All right. Felicidad. Felicidad. And not Feliz Navidad. Felicidad means happiness. The Nine of Cups. Absolute happiness. It says, Glück. I can't see it in German. Glück. Glick. 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 Maybe it's Glick. Glick. Has a heart in the corner and it's a 9. And it is the 9 of Cups. So people that are 100% mentally healthy, it appears, it's like they have 9 things that they love in their life, maybe more or less. You know, they've got everything that they see. It's like the glass is half full, right? Everything. Life's too short not to love everybody you see. Life's too short not to just love the world around you, not to feel gratitude for your very life, your body, your mind. Life's too short to not be powerful and to stand in your own skin and be comfortable. People that are mentally healthy, they're just people that have like 9 baskets of love inside them, and they're spewing out the love in every direction. And I'm getting a really funny image, like when, like, have you ever stood like next to a fountain and the water's pouring everywhere, or you've seen fountains? People like this, it's like their fountain is pouring in every direction, all the colors of the rainbow, and maybe 2 extra colors. Like they're just so happy and so beautiful and so brilliant and just so in tune with the flow of nature and art and music. And they just are where they need to be in life. And that's why they're mentally healthy. And if you are 100% mentally healthy, keep doing that. Keep doing you, man. That's excellent. So, 9 of Cups. All right, so. All right, guys. I gotta quit because this is gonna quit for me if I don't. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Metaphysical Soul Speak and that you got a lot of insights out of it. I know I did. You know, I'm going to write the list and all the things we need to do for our perfect mental and physical health. Love each and every one of you, and I hope that everything's going to be fine with you. Just know it. Believe it. Live it. No matter what's going on, everything's going to be fine. You're a soul having a human experience. So now I'm signing off with peace and joy and the high vibes of the holy 5th dimension. Until next time, peace. Chances are you've heard of CBD oil, but maybe you're a little afraid it might make you a little high or super drowsy. Possibly you're not going to pass mandatory drug testing at work. Am I right? Well, I found an amazing company. I'm including the link in this episode's description. Okay. This is derived from only the hemp plant. It does not contain THC, which is the factor in marijuana that makes you high. This CBD oil has been known to reverse aging, help you through weight loss issues. You will literally lose weight on our products if you want. Also reverses hair loss. It also helps you with things like insomnia, anxiety, pain in your muscles and joints, and it gives you benefits throughout your body with its high quality antioxidants. We even have a vape. Would you like to try the blueberry cheesecake? I know I would. I mean, there's so much danger with vaping these days, but not when it is only CBD oil. That's right. You could vape not only anytime you want, because it's not going to make you high, but it's also going to be healthy for you. How's that? Pretty cool, right? Well, go ahead and look in my episode description for my link. And, well, start using your CBD oil today. If you're interested in the business end of it, it's absolutely free to join. It's absolutely free every month, actually. I have never seen a business like this in all my life. So you can start, using your CBD oil, and you can start a brand new side hustle for yourself. Hey, as in, Hey Yoga Shaman approves of this message. I love you guys, and here's to your health.